Mic check 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
Okay. Hey y'all! Welcome back to another episode of Confessions of a Young Hot Ebony. Today is a very special day because we have our very first guest, Miss Chyna.
Hello,
Kimori.
ladies. I am so honored and excited. Like, Imani stands for everything that a woman should be, and I'm so happy and proud to be a part of the journey.
Yes, y'all. So, first, thank you. Thanks, girl. But secondly, let me tell y'all a little bit about Miss First Guest here. So, we became cool. We both went to Morgan, but we didn't really know each other then. Like, we would see each other around. We had, like, a mutual friend.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, she added me to her close friends, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, like, we're cool.
I feel like that's really where it like started originally. Like, she's been in my close friends since
a brick. And I'm like, okay, so we cool. Like, okay, you know, somebody adds you to their close friends, so you add, now y'all cool now. So we was cool. I felt like I be getting like, the scoop because the bitches be wanting to know the tea. They want to know the tea.
But it's like, that's exclusive, and
I guess I got ticket in. So yeah, I was in her close friends, and then a year ago now, you moved fast forward, we were just cool on close friends. Mm-hmm. And then a year ago now, you moved, and you were putting on your story that you were just like giving shit away. You were just like, take it all. So she had this bookshelf that I really wanted that doesn't even house books. It houses knickknacks and just a bunch of stuff.
That's what mine did too. I literally never used it for books, but it was pretty.
It was cute. So I came, got the bookshelf from her, and like the conversation that we had that day, like it was such a great conversation. We just were talking so much love and light into each other.
Like, mind you, she was just coming to pick up the bookshelf, but I don't even know, how did we
start rapping?
Like, we just started talking, and then we just started like getting deeper
talking, and we literally, like, I came, the sun was still up, it was the middle of the day. I did not leave until like night. It was really dark outside, and we were just talking about, the things that we could like see for each other, like, and just so many good things, because
manifesting it,
really just speaking over each other, not even knowing what we were really talking about, but like just what we could see for each other. And I tell y'all, since she has moved in this year, like everything that I said I could see in her and more, she has done. Like,
vice versa, literally, like all of your goals, like the job that you wanted, like everything literally fell into place and happened. And it's within a year.
Right, within just a year. And I feel like a big reason why I like wanted to start this podcast is because like I feel as though I am someone that younger me would look up to. Just me a year ago would look up to, and just you a year ago would look up to the woman that you are today.
So pray to be in the position that I am in now, I could only dream of like moving to Atlanta and like having my family and new friendships and making great money and just like mentally, spiritually, like emotionally, like balanced, like just good. And it feels amazing. Like sometimes it feels like I didn't even move. Like it feels like a dream sometimes. So I love it.
Oh my gosh. So tell me about how just everything is. How's Atlanta for you? How has things changed for you? Your mindset, your like day-to-day routine, like just how have things changed from moving from Baltimore?
So I feel like life really changed a lot, like within a short period of time. Like the mindset, for one, like my mindset, I wouldn't say I was afraid, but to step out on faith, like to move to a whole, like a different state, I feel like I was nervous. I was afraid, and I feel like it's okay to be afraid at times, but you also have to take your wins and tell people like it's not always gonna, it's not always gonna go perfect. Like it's not gonna be a walk down the park. Like it's gonna be L's along with every W, and no matter what, like I just kept seeing it through and just kept, like putting my ducks in order so that like when it was time to move, like I was good.
Everything was set.
Like it was meant to be. Like I feel like it was meant to be, and it was like my best decision.
So how is like your day-to-day change? Like so in Baltimore, because I don't know, for me, I feel like the city just kind of has like a dark cloud over it. Like it makes you not really like want to do anything, but like I don't know, I just feel like
you
it
get
has,
comfortable. I feel like in Baltimore I was really comfortable with like being in school and then going to work on the weekends, not really doing much, like I had a lot of goals that I wanted to, accomplish, but I feel like I didn't have the motivation in Baltimore, it was like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I wasn't putting my all in. I feel like Baltimore is like one of those places where you gotta really want it bad to leave. Like you have to completely like 100% want it bad, and I didn't get to that point until like I was like at my breaking point, like, and I feel like now like life on the day to day, like I wake up and I literally can like do what I want, so if I want to take myself out to eat, I can go out to eat, or if I want to see my friends or visit my family, like I said before in Baltimore, like I didn't have my family, like I was really down there by myself, but I feel like being down here and having this space, like having my own space, to
operate.
You need your space, so I love that at any given moment I can go visit my mom or stop by my sister's house, like just for like clarification that I'm not alone, I feel like in Baltimore I didn't have like that clarification, like no matter what, when times get hard, like I still have my family, because like I'm far, COVID happened, like all of the restrictions and stuff, like life completely changed now, like being with my family, I feel like mentally that was like a relief, like just that, and like my friendships, like before I left, like that was something that we talked about, like I prayed to have like great friends in Atlanta to like thrive with. I feel like when you have women on the same level as you, it pushes you, like my friends, like they mean so much to me, like when I'm down or when I want to give up, like they're literally there for me to, know like, there's no stopping. And you need that. You don't need friends that are going to agree with you with anything that you say,
echo chamber.
Yeah, like some people will, let you stay comfortable. You know, you can't let yourself get comfortable, and friends that don't allow you to get comfortable are very important, so like I appreciate, like being with my friends on the day to day, because they definitely help me and my family. So I feel like my life has really changed, for the better, just like on the day to day, like mentally, spiritually, like just having a peace of mind, like knowing I'm in my own home, like stepping into my purpose and being in a city that I love and having so many different opportunities and networking, like I love it. Life changed.
That is great.
For the better.
Right. So speaking of, because you said before you left you were praying about wanting to find genuine friends and stuff out here, and I think something that I have seen, one of the close friends, because I got a red ticket in, just how much like prayer and manifestation has really like helped in your life. Like I remember, you were writing on your vision board, so you can talk a little bit about vision boards. You were like making your vision board and like writing your goals, and literally before like February had rolled around, you was already like halfway through the damn list, and I'm like,
manifestation is real, and vision boards, I'm telling you, like make your list and check them off and never forget about them. Like you don't want to like put too much thought into it, like because if it's meant, it's gonna happen. So like you don't want to like obsess with it, like oh no, why isn't this happening? Why, like everything's gonna work out in its own time, But at the same time, it's like a reminder, like I'm not here yet, but this is where I'm going to be,
where I'm waking up every day and reaching towards.
So actually, like before I left, like Baltimore, I got my iPad and I downloaded like a little notes app, and I started like putting pictures together, like all of the things that I wanted and what I pictured my life, you know, as like in Atlanta and stuff like that. And like when I look back at the vision boards, it's like I never thought like 1 year later that I would be there. You know, it was more so like a just a reminder, you know, just a reminder like this is something nice that I would want, but I never thought that it would be mine, you know, in such a short period of time. And I just feel like you have to keep your goals close to you, you know, like you can never forget what it is that you really want. Don't get comfortable, you know, like it's okay to, you know, like live in the moment and, you know, take losses and learns, you know, have your fun and everything, but at the end of the day, like always remember the end goal, you know? So I feel like a vision board like literally keeps you like tunnel vision, like this is my end goal, you know?
So you do believe in manifestation and law of attraction and all that, as soon as you know, don't obsess over the outcome and it'll come. Because
to you.
I had seen, or actually I heard in a podcast that she said that manifestation, like the steps for manifestation was flow. So focus, live in the energy, outcome detachment, and work. You think that sounds about right?
Yes, I agree.
Putting in the work and everything.
You have to definitely put in the work. Like,
speaking of putting in the work, okay, what do you think is more important, discipline or motivation?
You read my mind. I was literally about to say that, and that's something that we already spoke about. But it's like I was about to say, I feel like discipline is most important. Discipline is even more important than motivation. You know, like you can have the whole world rooting for you. Like you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna make it and everything, but if you don't have the discipline to literally say like, okay, no,
do it,
I'm gonna block all of this out so that I can become that, like
it's shot. And even if you have the motivation, even if you see all the visions in yourself that, you know, but if you don't get up every day and do it, and we had the conversation earlier about how we should get up and do it. And how now is the time. It's do it now, not I'll do it in an hour.
Tomorrow, later.
And then now at the end of the day, we laying in bed like, I can't believe I wasted a whole fucking day.
That's literally me. Like okay, so like when I wake up, you know, everybody has their little goals for the day. You know, like you just see me,
like your intention,
you know, and I feel like when the day is like going by, I start to get antsy when I feel like I didn't cross anything off the list. It's like, okay, I'm relaxing, but this has to be done, that has to be done, you know, and then I'll still lay down and continue to do what I was doing. And then now it's time to go to sleep, and now I'm laying there like, wow, like you literally wasted the whole entire day, like beating myself up about it. But it's like, you gotta have discipline. That's literally you disciplining yourself, you know? It's not, I wouldn't even say it's completely like beating yourself up. It's just you reminding yourself like, you need to get
up. Like, you need to get up, you need to do this. You need to not just at the end of the day when you've sat there all day and then now you're beating, like, because beating yourself up over it is not helping either. Especially if you still ain't fixed it, then it's like, obviously it's
Exactly. I agree. Like,
but it's also a lot easier said than done. Like, I know as far as me, like, so after graduating, I moved back home, and like, I don't know, I feel like being back home, like, it's the comfortability. Like, even everyone who stays home stays there. They don't leave. They have their families where they grew up and everything. So like, I feel like I don't have that like drive. I don't know. But I know I need it. I know I need the drive. The drive is needed.
If you know Imani, you know the drive is literally there. But at times, you beat yourself up. Like what we were just saying, you beat yourself up when you know you're not happy, or not even happy, but you know you want so much more. And when you feel uncomfortable, that means like the next chapter is about to begin. And I feel like that's literally what you're going through. Like, your new chapter, your new purpose, your new journey is all literally like right in front of you, you know, but you feel trapped. How I felt in Baltimore, like I felt trapped, you know, knowing that I want so much, but I'm stuck here. It's like, how am I gonna, you just have to literally like just step out on faith and just
Because even when you were in Baltimore, I could tell, like, I'm like, your beauty, your, like, personality, like, what you could give to the world is so much bigger than Baltimore. And I say to myself, like, my beauty and everything that I can give to the world is so much bigger than Hartford County. And so, like, I already know.
But
we gonna give it to,
like, I feel like we have to take a second and literally, like, clap for ourselves because
wherever we are,
you know, like, but we still came a long way from who we were a year ago, you know, like, even talking to you, like, you grew so much and you changed, like, so much for the better, though, you know, like, a lot of people, they change over the years and not in a positive way, you know, so to remain yourself and to grow for the better, it's like, you should be proud of yourself. You know, like I see the growth. I see it. I'm so proud.
Like, no, we were really, like, talking. This whole day has consisted of sleep and talking and then being like, oh no, we're gonna save that for the podcast, and then talking again,
like the whole entire day. Like, what time did you?
I got here 9.
We talked for 2 hours, literally saying like, okay, no, we're about to take a
nap,
like, and then still up talking, but. You need that, you know, like, I feel like being a girl's girl is so important, and talking and realizing that, like, no matter your end goal or, like, your path, it's like,
we all have similarities.
We all relate to the same things.
We all relate to the same things, no matter, like, where we are, what we do, like, and that's the beauty of being a girl's girl. Like, I just love relating to people. Like, that's really, that is why I'm here. Okay, this podcast is not for nobody else. This is for the, if you a black girl, if you a black girl, if you a black girl, like, this is for,
literally,
this is for the community, so that we can just, like, talk, chit chat, have girls chats, like, and not on no, like, talking about niggas.
Yeah, it's a
and
safe
talking
zone.
about dating. Yeah, right. Literally, that's what I wanted this to be, like, a safe space for black girls, women.
And don't get me wrong, like, we had great conversations about, you know, like, dating and everything, but it's like, it's tired. It's tired, and not only that, it's so much that you can talk about and relate to, you know, like we had so many different conversations, not even including men, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like, they're the last
long conversations just about, like, life, like, growing up a black woman, or, like, you know, a black girl in a white school, you know, like, just conversations like that. It's like,
it's needed, y'all. You feel
me?
Y'all know my episode coming out. If y'all ain't hear it already, y'all go back and listen to it. Dear Suburban Black Girl. But yes, like, these are the conversations that, like, is needed, girl. It's needed. But back to the questions. Are there any routines or rituals you have, like, on the daily? Because I don't know, for me, recently I've been, like, thinking to myself, like, okay, successful people have routines, like, even just making up your bed.
Yeah,
like, making up your bed every day. Like, do you have any routines that's like, okay, get you going?
Yes, I feel like I have routines, but it depends on, like, what day of the week it is, you know? So,
run us through a week.
Yeah, okay, so I'm also a hookah manager, and I feel like working nightlife in Atlanta it's a blessing, and, you know, it has its cons as well, you know, so getting off late, you know, that's hard.
Yeah,
and
that'll mess your whole sleep schedule up, and then if you, like, think to yourself, like, oh, I should wake up at 6 in the morning and use the day productively, and then you beat yourself up over the fact that your sleep schedule is wonky because of how you work.
That's literally what I do to myself. Like, I will make, like, and that's what I was about to say. Majority of the time, like, I pretty much go with the flow, and, like, I give my body what it needs. You know, I feel like I try to have a routine, but it's, like, some things are, like, set in stone. You know, like, I wake up, I clean my house, you know, like, in the morning, like, as soon as I wake up, I clean, you know. Majority of the time, I make my bed. But if I'm, like, still lounging around, laying down, you know, like, I won't make my bed. But clean, vacuum, eat, smoke, you know, like, the usual, you know. And then I don't know, I just decide what I want to do, like, depending on that day. Like, if the day is nice, then I'll go out, like, depending on what I want to do, like, I'll go to the chiropractor. Like that's like one of my favorite things to do.
I need to go so bad.
But
I need to go so bad.
I recently saw a video of a girl getting paralyzed from going to the chiropractor. Yes, and I've been freaked out ever since. Yes, and
Where was that, on TikTok?
No, it was like, yeah, it was on TikTok, but it was like on the like every blog. Yes, and she's suing them, but it's like I would rather be not realized and not paid. You know, like being paid, like it's like no, you know.
No.
So
don't tell me that.
Yeah, but like that would be like one of my weekly things, you know, like weekly things to me, going to my gym, you know, like getting in the jacuzzi, you know, the sauna, like self-care is super important to me because I feel like when I was in Baltimore, I didn't like neglect my self-care because like one thing about me, like
you know,
like I'm gonna,
okay?
Yeah, but self-care can also be, you know, like writing down in your journal or like going for walks or, you know, like going to
even
the
meditating.
You know, meditating too, you know,
Stuff
like waking up and seeing affirmations and, you know, like looking at your checklist for the day or like vision boards, you know, like things like that. Like those are things that I do on the daily, weekly, you know, but it's not like a set schedule. Like this, I have to do this, I have to do that, you know. Pretty much right now, like my life is just like going with the flow. Like
that's a blessing. Earlier we were talking about like luxuries, like just the small luxuries of life. And to be honest, that's a luxury to be able to get up and say, today I want to go to the chiropractor. Today I want to do and just do it. Because there are people who, today I want to go to the chiropractor, but I have work or like, but I have the kids or just something. So that definitely is.
Those are my favorite luxuries. Like I feel like luxury is waking up and doing what you want to do in life. You know, like like if you want to wake up and go to Vegas for a day. You know, like I love spontaneous like little road trips and little 2-day vacations and stuff. Like just to go and lay on the beach. You know, like things like that. It's like. That is what means the most to me. Like those are like the luxury and like finer things. Eating healthy food, you know, like choosing what I want to eat and what I put in my body, and you know, like what I put on my body. You know, having fine, you know, a great skincare routine. And, you know, like making sure I smell. You know, buying great scents. You know, like making sure like all of the little things like they matter, and at the end of the day, they make you feel better. So you know, like.
Yeah, like earlier we were talking about like don't judge nobody for how they want to spend their money on their luxuries. Like if some person, their luxury is going to the club and spending thousands on bottles in a section, okay, that's your luxury. Okay, my luxury might be traveling. Like, so that is your definition of luxury. Because we were also, y'all, we had so many conversations, like, and they were good conversations. Because we were talking about like even on TikTok how like, or just social media in general, they're trying to make luxury like a box. Like it has to be a Bentley with 7 Birkins in front of it on the jet runway. And if you aren't that, like, then
what are you doing?
Right,
you know, you're a failure. Like literally, that's what social media tells you. Like you're not doing this right now at this moment, then you're not that girl.
And whatever the era is, whatever the trend is, the
a soft girl,
the it girl, like.
We're gonna edit it out, but yeah.
Like whatever the trend is, the soft girl, the it girl, like just if they try to make everything like a box or like if it's not this, then it's not it.
But you should be able to choose like what makes you happy and what you like to do, and like I was telling you, like creating content that fits you. You know, like I feel like everybody's like, oh, like I don't live this lifestyle. Like how do I create content? You create what you do on a day-to-day basis or like what you love, you know, just because you see girls on social media unboxing gifts, but you're not the type of person to buy those things, you know, you don't have to go spend your last to go get those things or try to buy, you know, like fake things to like fit, you know what I'm saying, like to fit that just
it's the fake ones for me. They always got the dupes.
I don't know.
They be looking because
it's not
like don't lie to us.
Yeah, but it's like trying to like fit that, you know, like you don't gotta go out and tell everybody like, yeah, my bag is fake, but you know, keep it real. Like, you don't have to like put other girls down because it's like, oh wait, you don't like that, you don't do that, okay, well then, you know, because I have this, and then the whole time you're not even being honest. Like, it's not, you know, that's not what it is, and that's literally social media. Like, you have to, when you're in this creating content and just. I feel like our generation now, like, just remain true to yourself, you know? Like, you don't have to fit that certain mold that the internet or whatever trend wants you to be. You know what I'm saying?
And like, to be honest, being yourself is the trend, especially on TikTok, because we were talking about this. Black people are TikTok. Like, right, we are the trend. Like, whether it's the sounds, the dances, the whatever. And like, I feel like every time somebody like goes crazy, like E-Kane, I don't know if E-Kane, her, or the dude with like the cross tattoo,
I feel like
the Pookie, like
my best friend loves him. I'm sorry.
Yes, right. Like I love him, and it's literally just him being himself, just saying what the fuck ever comes out of his mouth, and like that is what gets popular. But then once that gets popular, everybody tries to be that. Because let's talk about it. Like, I remember, want to talk about manifestation? She put on her story, she was like, I feel like I could be one of those girls that could look into the camera and go viral. This girl posts a like 5-second video looking in the mirror, pushing pee. Oh my God.
Like, to this day, like, I swear, people always ask me, like, what's the trick? Like, what's the hack to make?
And do you know?
I don't know.
But do you know that was pure luck? Because after you posted that, everybody was like, post a 6-second video. Post a 6-second video with words over it. Like the 6-second videos became like a thing. But you literally just was like, let me post a little video real quick.
First of all, you know what's crazy? I didn't even record that on TikTok. It was a post on Instagram. But I was like, wow, like, I look pretty. Like, I just posted it on my TikTok, you know, for the fun of it. And I posted it like at nighttime or whatever. And I woke up out of my sleep like during the middle of the night, and like it got like a few likes. I'm like, oh, okay. I wake up in the morning, and it was like at 10K, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
girl, that shit was everywhere. Like it had so many likes, and I was like,
and wait, but then right after that, I feel like that's when like my Instagram started, like my post started going viral. Like one picture got like 27,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? It's like people were just like commenting like, I see you all over my For You page. Like keep going. And it's like for a place that's so like, I wouldn't say oversaturated, but like TikTok, like a place where so many people are creating, like for people to tell you like, oh my God, like I just saw you on my TikTok and now I see you on Instagram, like that means that my content is being pushed, you know? So that means like I'm doing something, I'm doing something right, you know? Like it's hard. Like I feel like people think like, oh, anybody can post a video of themselves and go viral, but it's actually
it's a science at this point, because I used to be anti-TikTok for a while, tried to get on the wave like recently, and I swear TikTok will humble me. Okay, I will post and then I come back a couple hours later like, oh, this probably went viral, and then 0 views, big I'm like, but no, like,
but you have to keep going. I feel like I keep saying that, but I swear, guys, like
that's what I think that is true. It is true. It really is true that you have to keep going. And it's like a lot of things really sound like cliche, and it's like, oh, everyone says that, like the, oh, it'll get better, like stuff like that. But when you live by
it, I swear, like it really, like words are powerful. You know, like when you keep reminding yourself that and stuff, like I feel like you believe it, and then that's, you know, you're living it. You know, so manifestation is real, and you gotta speak greatness into yourself. Like first, you have to be the first person to say like, oh, like I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna, you know. And
even like, because we had a conversation earlier about how like other people could see our spark, our, you know, impact before we could. I know again, dear suburban black girl, keep plugging in that episode, but I didn't see, you know, my impact. I didn't see how much I can influence someone, or how much people like look, not even necessarily look up to me, but just like look up to me, look at me, and things like that. And I'm like, it was other people that saw it first that made me realize, oh, like, okay, I have something. Yeah, like I am this, I have this. But once you realize your power, you need to take that and hold on to that, because that's the thing, they don't really like that.
People don't like that.
They don't like that when you know exactly
who you are,
what you bring, what you want, what you have, what you got going for yourself.
You know what I hate? I wouldn't even say hate. I really dislike when I tell somebody like a plan or a goal or whatever,
and they talk fear over it. Just
because
they can't do it.
Like, okay, yeah, like that sounds good, but just make sure it
I hate that. I'm not a fan of that at all.
Like, if I wanted that energy, then
I would have gave myself that energy. I could give myself some pessimistic energy, but I didn't need yours.
Like, I understand, like, if your friend was like, oh, I'm about to go rob the bank, then that's when that would be the time to do that. But if your friend is telling you like something that is passionate, like that they're passionate about, and something that they really want to do, don't be that hater friend. Like, nobody needs that friend. Even if you don't agree with it, or it might not be the best thing for them to do, let them decide on that, or wait. Not like it's a time and a place. Not feel like you can't just shut somebody down on something that they want to do, because that can really mess with like their self-esteem and the goal, and then now you're second guessing yourself. Don't do that. Don't be that friend. Nobody needs that friend.
Yeah.
Don't.
Like, being a good friend, that could be a whole episode in itself, because I know for me, like, I think now I got some good friends, but I think like the type of friends that I'm missing, which they can be these friends as well, but I just feel like people that I like see every day, I'm with every day, and that like motivate me. Like, if I tell them that I have a goal, like, not to say that they'll take the accountability for me, but an accountability partner. Like, you know, I wake up, or let's say the day's over, and then at the end of the day, they're like, hey, did you know, what you do to get towards what you said you wanted to do? And then now I have someone else that's, you know, looking for me to do it. Because to be honest, the fact that I'm here right now, the reason why I'm here in Atlanta right now is so that I could be held accountable to even put this podcast out. Now that I have somebody else involved, it's like,
I'm gonna make sure this gets right. Okay,
because I ain't waste her damn time.
You know, I was telling you how I don't think I told you, but my friend Raya, like, that's like my accountability person, you know, like, and she's very blunt and straight up. Like, she'll tell me like, are you gonna put this out? Like, why are you recording if you're not gonna put it out? And then when you say it like that, it's like, well, I'm gonna put it out, you know, like, I tell her like this one. Well, I've been vlogging now for, I want to say, a month, and I know it sounds like a long time, but it's like, I feel like it's a learning process, you know. Like, I'm learning how to not be so judgmental on myself, you know, when I'm recording in my you know, content, because when you're recording like for YouTube, it's different than like TikTok or like Instagram. Like, that's like 10 seconds, you know, like you're not really letting people into your life like that. But I feel like when you're vlogging or a podcast, you know, like, you're opening up and you're being vulnerable, and I feel like that's hard. Like, you gotta really put
and then you also open yourself up for like criticism, or for people to try to speak over your life, think they know something. Like,
and
that's the scary part, really.
Yes, I feel like putting your life out in the world is the scary part about it. And I feel like I have the content, you know, like, I feel like I'm interesting, you know, like, you know, like, people tell me, you know, even when I post my camera, like, so many people respond like, oh, when are you gonna post it? Like, I always see, like how you said, like, I always see you with your camera, where's the footage?
Where
you
is
know,
it,
so having people like that even pushes me, like, okay, well, I know even if I get 10 views, like 10 people took the time out their day to watch something that, you know, was gonna sit on my phone. So
yes, girl. This went from moving to content to everything. This is literally how the day's been, like, just us fucking chatting. So, one of my last questions for you today is there anything that you want to say to girls out there that are scared to make the first move, whether it's to move to a new city, quit a job and start a business venture, even starting content, TikTok, you know, getting serious about Instagram and stuff? Like, is there anything you want to say to girls out there?
Not even just like girls out there, but I wish I could tell myself like a year ago, like, I feel like I keep seeing it, but keep going and to always believe in myself, you know, like always love myself, always put myself first, and just step out on faith. I feel like sometimes we talk ourselves out of blessings and hold ourselves back from failure, you know, like due to like being scared of failure, basically. You know, like being afraid can stop so many blessings. And I don't know, I just feel like don't hold back, you know, like you can literally be anything in this world. You know, like you can literally do anything in this world. It's all about how much effort and time you put into it. And even now, like, I feel like I could be so much greater if I just put in a little bit more work, and, you know, like grind a little bit more harder, you know, like I
use
do
our
a great
time
job,
a little bit more wisely.
Because one thing about me, I'm gonna know the latest TikTok. Like I'm gonna, you know, and it's like put that same energy into every aspect of your life, basically, you know, and don't be afraid to step out on faith, you know, like the most success that I had in life was because I took risks, you know, like even with my business, I was so afraid to even like invest into it. Like literally when I started my business, I invested like the first time like $1,000, and I was so afraid to do that. And then to turn around and like literally in 3 months make $30,000 out of my kitchen. Like literally, even when I say it, like it sounds like unbelievable, but like packaging like 100 orders in one night, you know, like I used to tell myself like I can't do that, but then like time after time, like I proved myself wrong. Like I can do it, you know. So believe in yourself and put in the work, and don't be afraid to step out on faith and try.
And back to you had said like watching TikTok and stuff. I had seen this one YouTube video, and she was like giving tips on like content creating and shit like that, and she was saying to create more than you consume. And I was like, that's something I need to go by. Create more than you consume, because you know you're creating so that the people can spend their time watching you, but you spending all that time watching everybody else.
Yes. I love that. That was a
we are like I'm the one that said it, but okay, thanks.
But still though, like I like that one.
Yeah, I think
that more than you consume.
I think that's gonna stick with me. I'm glad I said that.
I'm glad you said that, because now we're gonna remember that, and
whenever you're scrolling, it's like no, like
maybe if I create a little bit more than I consume, we'll see where I'm at next year.
Okay, we might have a special return guest, and who knows where this girl is gonna be at, what she's gonna be doing, because she already blew my mind in the year that she's been in Atlanta. She's like, it's so inspiring to watch. It really is so nice. That's why I had her be the first guest, because I'm like, wow, like young hot Ebony, first of all, young hot Ebony that's doing what the fuck she needs to do on her stuff. We love it here.
And a round of applause for the hostess with the mostest. Because you did it. Like, you really came down. We really stuck to this. Like, honestly, like, when you said it, I'm like, okay, like, that's fun, you know? But I'm like, she probably won't choose me for the first one. Like, it sounded good. But then, like, we kept talking about, you know, like, here and there, it's like, you know, like black people, you never know last minute, you know. I'm like, well, she's talking about it, so, you know. But to actually like be here and to be recording, it feels like so like.
I love it here. I really love it here. I love like recording the video. Like now it feels legit. I've been making podcast episodes, and now I'm like, hold on, maybe this is legit. Maybe I'm a real podcaster. Check 1 2 1 2.
All jokes aside, like. We play too much, but seriously though, like I'm proud, and I cannot wait to see like from the first, like this episode and like the next time we record together, and like to see like where we're at and how far,
we've come, girl.
I'm excited.
We're putting it right now that in a year we are making us in a year so proud.
Also, I'm going to be like all the way invested into my YouTube channel a year.
Yes, I was just about to say,
where can
the girlies find you? What do you have going on? Because in this time we've heard, business, YouTube, TikTok. What can the girls be expecting from you?
Usually, I don't like to
speak
out there, not too much. But at the same time, I feel like I want to say it because when it happens, it's like I can look back.
You said it.
Okay,
you said it.
Honestly, with skincare, I really want to rebrand with my business, but not only that, but to branch out into makeup products as well, actual makeup products, and even my video for my birthday, when I did that, people thought that was a real
yes, I see.
And I'm like,
they need to pay you for it. I was like, okay, pay yourself.
People were literally asking what products, people always want to know about my skin, my makeup and my skin and everything, so I feel like I want to continue to market off of that, but also take some makeup classes too, I really want to get into being hands-on with other people, doing makeup and styling and venture off, I'm super creative. If I try something, I'm one of those people where I can get it down, even with editing and content creating,
I love the way you edit.
I would get into that as well, just rebranding for people. So hopefully a year from now, I'm doing a mixture of everything, just
so rebranding the business, PR. It sounds like
PR,
a little bit of PR
yes,
there.
YouTube, yeah, basically.
Okay, YouTube. What's your social media handles? How can they find you now?
You can find me on Instagram at CHYNA_KIMORI, Chyna Kimori on Instagram, Chyna Kimori on TikTok, and Chyna Kimori on YouTube as well.
Yes, and she has a luxury blog. Follow her luxury blog.
Yes, Life of Chyna Kimori. What's crazy? I always wanted to start an Instagram, a little, aesthetic Instagram. Yeah. But I'm who the hell is gonna fucking follow that? Who's gonna follow me and then follow another page of more pictures of me? And then literally I started it in the end of April, and now it's the middle of July, and it's almost at 700 followers.
Okay.
So
people want to know, right? We are interested. They are waiting for the vlogs. They are waiting
the vlogs. Okay, I'm gonna put. I don't know when you're gonna put this out, but hopefully my vlog is out. Okay. My vlog will definitely be out by the time you guys watch this. You'll be seeing some clips of this.
Yes, some behind the scenes.
That's where you can find me.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Be my first guest.
Thank you. I'm honored. It really means so much to me. Literally, it means so much to me. I'm so happy to be here and watch you. And I'm so proud of you and how far you came. And everything that you're becoming. Seriously, I mean that.
Now this is about to be a coochie sucking contest, but no, seriously, because all of that I can say the same about her, but we're not gonna make this a 3-hour long video. So yes, thank you for tuning in. If you made it all the way to the end, I bangs with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening to us talk.
This was so much fun to do.
This whole day was fun, really.
Yeah, it was so chill, and I feel our vibe is natural.
Yes.
Literally the whole day, I was being a host, oh my god, I'm so nervous, but it literally was so natural. It's
almost like I have been here before, and I'm coming back.
You're visiting. Well, anytime you hear it here, you heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
I might be an Atlanta native at this point. Girls, everyone listening, thank you for listening, and I will see y'all in my next episode.
Thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun.
Thanks for coming.